Mama June. Family crisis star Alana Thompson is having a very intense housing crisis. Alana recently took to social media to ask fans for help after revealing that she and her boyfriend Dralin Carswell are being booted from the house they've been renting in Colorado. The WeTV reality star claims that they have less than a week to secure a place to live. While some fans were sympathetic to the 18-year-old's problem, others suggested that Alana ditch Dralin and do college solo, given that Dralin's debt, and possibly his criminal record, appear to be holding Alana back. As fans know, Alana moved to Denver, Colorado, last summer to attend Regis University, where she is currently studying to become a neonatal nurse. Dralin, whom Alana began dating publicly in 2021, moved to Denver with Alana last year. In a TikTok posted by Alana and later reposted to Instagram by Alana's mom, Mama June Shannon, Alana shared with fans that she is desperately in need of a place to live in the Denver area, as she and Dralin have allegedly run into an issue finding a place that will approve their rental application. While Alana pointed to her own lack of credit and Dralin's student loan debt as the reasons no one will rent to them, fans spoke out, suggesting that it's actually Dralin's criminal record that's making landlords hesitant to rent to them. Alana pleaded on social media for her fans to help her and Dralin find a place to live by September 1st. We have been looking, we have been looking up and down any and everywhere, but we are running into problems, she said. The main problem is Dralin has student loans on his credit, and the balance is greater than $20,000, so they will not accept our freaking application. Alana said that while she and Dralin meet all of the other requirements to rent a place, including making multiple times the rent, they are unable to get approved using solely her credit because she has no credit. Lana has zero credit, Alana said, while oddly referring to herself in the third person. Lana's trying to build her credit, but she has literally zero zilch at the moment. So, we were just gonna do it in Dralin's name, but like I said, he has student loans and that is obviously running into play. Due to the deadline she and Dralin are facing, Alana said she is starting to freak out about her and Dralin not having a place to live, before going on to ask her Denver peeps for suggestions on how or where she can secure a home within the next week. I need help to find us a house, she said. I have went through multiple realtors, nothing has worked out. Literally, I have searched high and low all over Denver and nothing has worked out. Literally, I'm willing to drive 2 hours to school at this point. I just need a house, okay? I need a house and I don't need it to break my pockets because I still have to pay for school. I don't really care what it is, she added. I am not on the side of apartments because my dog really needs a yard, but at this point anything counts. After sharing Alana's video to her Instagram feed, June's comment section was flooded with fans encouraging Alana to utilize student housing instead of living with her boyfriend. Why is she dragging him around with her at this young age, is my question? One person asked. She could be living in the dorms. Can you live on campus? The boyfriend can go back home to Georgia, another suggested. Others speculated that it isn't Dralin's alleged student loan debt keeping the two from securing a place to live, but rather Dralin's arrest record. As the Ashley previously reported, Dralin pleaded not guilty in October 2023 to charges stemming from a February 2023 police chase. Doubtful it's the student loans. More likely the arrest record, one person wrote, with another adding, it may be his background check. If he has a felony on his record, they may not rent to him. You need to send that man home, another person insisted. I think it's more than credit, I think it's the criminal history of her boyfriend also. There is no reason why they wouldn't renew their lease in that apartment if they were good tenants. And if she didn't have her boyfriend tagging along to college, she could get student housing. Y'all want to play grown so bad. Who takes a man to college with them? Another fan addressed Alana's alleged lack of credit, pointing out that Alana mentioned having the same issue in 2023, but had still not done anything to fix the problem. Okay. Last year she knew she had no credit and ran into issues, the person wrote. Why did you not establish some sort of credit? Having the money simply doesn't matter. Hopefully they can find someone willing to rent, but in the meantime establish some credit. However, she was triumphant after losing 300 pounds on her Here Comes Honey Boo Boo spin-off. But Friday's episode of Mama June, From Not to Hot showed the eponymous star June Shannon, 39, in a moment of crisis as her family staged an intervention inspired by her drug use and abusive relationship with boyfriend Eugene Gino Doak. The showdown, which brought 13-year-old Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson to tears, occurred 2 days before June and Gino were arrested for felony drug possession in March. The episode opened with the long-teased intervention, which featured daughters Lauryn Pumpkin Shannon, 19, and Honey Boo Boo gathering around the living room with their Aunt Dodo. Pumpkin revealed the stakes in an interview. If Mama doesn't make some changes, she's gonna wind up in jail or she's gonna die. As soon as June arrived, she spotted the deception and quickly soured. Sensing that she was about to leave, Honey Boo Boo made an emotional appeal to her mother. "Do you not understand that I am staying with my sister, and it's not by choice?" she cried. "I would love to come home and stay with you, tell you about my day," she added. "But I can't do that because I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm scared to stay at your house." Not wanting to hear what her children and sister had to say, June stormed out of the house. Ish Major, a psychiatrist called in to help facilitate the intervention, tried to stop her from fleeing on the driveway. "You've got a house full of people who love you," he reminded her. While he and the show's producers pleaded with her to go back inside, June, who appeared to be having difficulty walking, pitched over after stepping on a manhole cover. Ish also reminded her about her recent health problems, possibly brought on by her alleged drug use. "Your doctors didn't know if you were having a stroke or a seizure," he reminded her, which may have been related to her unsteady gait. The pursuit outdoors seemed to have made an impression on June. As a title card revealed, she's now willing to visit a treatment center where she could receive inpatient therapy. Sister Dodo singled out what she thought was the major factor harming June. "I'm gonna have to literally dissect Gino from her brain to get her to listen, 'cause she's not even listening to her own kids." Shaky cell phone footage showed Mama June unwilling to get out of the car and having second thoughts when she arrived. Though an employee of the center tried to calmly explain what would happen should she check in, the reality star seemed caught up on the fact that the center did both drug addiction and behavioral therapy, suggesting she might have been concerned about having to go without drugs for an extended period. Though June eventually agreed to check in, she left the facility after only 12 hours. Next, a flash of headlines revealed that June and Gino had been arrested in Alabama for felony drug possession, with her boyfriend receiving an additional domestic violence charge. Meanwhile, Honey Boo Boo's father Mike Sugar Bear Thompson expressed concern for June and his daughter. His wife, Jennifer Lamb, suggested that he should take care of his daughter following the shakeup. Next, Dr. Ish sat down with Alana and Pumpkin together to see how the family upheaval has been treating them. "One of the hardest parts is that my friends ask questions and it's like, I kinda like to them," the former pageant contestant admitted. "I'm like, I don't know. Like I lie." The psychiatrist pointed out that Honey Boo Boo kept her arms crossed during their meeting, which he labeled a sign that she's trying to protect herself. He also tried to clear up Gino's influence on June. "She doesn't have a Gino problem. She's got a June problem," he explained. "If Gino is forced to be out of her life for a certain amount of time, there's just gonna be another Gino, and his name's gonna be Jack or Ricky, because Gino isn't the problem. He's a symptom of what she's got going on inside." Following the mini therapy session, Pumpkin took Alana with her to see Sugar Bear, while he was in town to film interviews for the series. She asked him to sign over temporary custody of his daughter to her, so that she could get Honey Boo Boo back into public school after years of Mama June's substandard homeschooling. He was initially hesitant, and his wife Jennifer thought that his daughter should live with him, but eventually he relented based on the fact that they didn't even have room for her. Sugar Bear and Jennifer's terms were that Alana would spend every other week with them, which seemed agreeable to all parties. The show then featured another bevy of news headlines revealing that Gino had been ordered to stay away from Mama June, but that the two were flaunting the orders by staying at an Alabama casino together while they awaited court dates. After resolving the custody issue, Pumpkin and her new ward stopped by the playground to let her daughter Ella play on the slide. The older sister teased Honey Boo Boo about all the ways she cares for her, though Alana fired back a zinger about Pumpkin never wanting to do laundry. The tense episode concluded with a heartwarming scene, as the whole family gathered together for a hearty pasta dinner while reminiscing about some of their favorite Mama June memories. But Big Mike, June's friend, offered up a stark warning. Kids are always the ones that pay for the adults' bullshit anyway. However, the one-year anniversary of Anna Cardwell's death is quickly approaching, and her mother June Shannon is determined to relocate her family to another home before the sad anniversary arrives on December 9th. The Mama June family crisis star recently took to Facebook to ask her fans for help in finding her a new home to live in. In a series of very confusing posts to her personal page, Mama June revealed that she made a vow to her family that they would not be living in the Georgia home where Anna died by the one-year anniversary of her death. Mama June also talked about how hard it's been for her daughters, Alana, Pumpkin and Jessica, as well as Anna's daughter Caitlin, to live in a house where the tragic loss of Anna occurred. The Ashley is going to add some punctuation to Mama June's scrawlings to make the Mama June speak a little easier to read. It's honestly been one of the roughest years of my entire life, and we are coming up on the one-year anniversary of us losing Anna Marie Cardwell, and for us as a family being in the house that she passed in has been like a Groundhog moment, Mama June wrote. Every day the girls don't even like to pull up at my house 'cause it's just hard. I know a lot of people are able to live in the house their loved one passed, and I thought I could too till we have had to do it this last year. That is why I'm moving. As the Ashley previously reported, June was awarded custody of Caitlin in September, following a legal battle with Michael Cardwell, who is the father of Anna's other daughter Kylie. In another Facebook post, June compared waking up in the house where Anna died to living in the movie Groundhog Day, where the same day is replayed over and over. It's been a rough year, not just me but for Caitlin, Justin and the girls, and for us all to move forward and grieve. Like we need to, this has to be done, June wrote. I talk about Anna all the time to everyone and I will never forget her, never. But it's like Groundhog Day every day for all of us. June wrote that she had wanted to leave the home on the day Anna passed away, but she made herself stay so that she could deal with the emotions and the loss. I wanted to leave the same day she passed and leave it all behind 'cause I'm a runner, but I have grown a lot in the last few years and made myself sit in a place and feelings I felt uncomfortable in to deal with the emotions, she wrote. It has been the hardest thing to do this year, and will continue to be a grieving process. For me, it will be forever. Anna was my firstborn, my child. No matter what we had been through, it was my child, period. And the decision to move was a hard one 'cause I feel I'm leaving everything. But no, I'm not. She is coming with us as she is with us all. I think it will be good for the whole family. June, who stated that she is considering both renting or buying a new home, admitted that moving to a new home won't change the grief she feels about the loss of her daughter. Trust me, it doesn't matter where we move, June told one person in the comments section of her post. I have had a hard time with losing Anna and do every day no matter where I live at, honestly. It feels like I'm stuck in repeat, June told another person. As much as I enjoyed the time we had there with Anna, it's still hard there. No one understands that. Until you have to go through it. For me to be able to grieve the way I need to, I have to move. So the one-year anniversary is on the December 9th and I told everyone I would not be there for it. It may sound bad to a lot, but it's been a rough year on us and it's even hard for the kids to come over there also. As Mama June fans know, June used to own a big home where her family lived. However, after June became addicted to drugs, she sold the 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in 2019 for well under its market value. June purchased the home for $156,000 in 2014 and ended up taking a cash offer of $100,000 to unload it. However, less than a week after Lauryn Pumpkin Shannon was lashing out at fans on social media and making fun of them for being broke, the Mama June family crisis star is admitting that she's having a bit of a money crisis of her own. On Thursday, Pumpkin hit TikTok Live to chat with her fans and reveal she and her family are having some financial struggles, despite being on a hit WTV reality show. Pumpkin then mentioned that she is very behind on her car payments, so much so that her car was almost repossessed earlier this week. While Pumpkin didn't straight out ask her followers for money, she did put her Venmo, PayPal and Cash App usernames on display, which garnered her about $1,000 by the end of the live. Pumpkin told fans that she intended to use the money they sent her toward her overdue car payment. In addition, Pumpkin asked fans to send her things that she needs for her kids but can't afford, such as formula and diapers. Pumpkin and her husband Josh Efford welcomed twins last year. They are also the parents of 4-year-old Ella and 1-year-old Bentley. Pumpkin also has legal custody of her 17-year-old sister, Alana, Honey Boo Boo Thompson. While Pumpkin seemed pleased that her fans stepped up to help her out financially, Josh was not thrilled that his wife was telling fans about their money issues, or that she was accepting cash from strangers. Pumpkin mentioned that Josh works doing various things but didn't specify if he was employed full-time. "He's not doing too much," Pumpkin said of Josh during the live. "He wants the help from people, but he's very private and he's it's our business. He doesn't want to make it seem like he can't do it." "But he can't. He can't," their daughter Ella chimed in. That part of the live was caught in a screenshot and posted by a user to Reddit. At another point during the live, Josh, angry at Pumpkin for accepting strangers' donations, left the house and told Pumpkin to give the money back to the people who had donated. As the Ashley previously reported, just days ago, Pumpkin and Alana, as well as other family members, were on TikTok Live, defending Alana's recently jailed boyfriend, Dralin Carswell, and making fun of their naysayers, whom Pumpkin mocked at one point for working in the fast food industry. "Half of you batches probably got fake and methamphetamine charges and work at Waffle House," she shouted. "Baby, at the end of the day, I'm still gonna make my money," Alana said during the rant. "Y'all mad because y'all broke and bum asse sitting on y'all's couch right now worried what the fuck Honey Boo Boo got going on when you need to be worried about how to make some money." However, Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson has been accused of scamming her followers, begging for college funds on social media, while paying for expensive beauty treatments. Despite her public plea on TikTok to raise $2,000 for educational expenses, skeptics point to a video showing her with freshly done, lavish nails, questioning her financial priorities. Alana's financial plea comes amid her claims of needing additional funds to cover her $21,000 yearly scholarship shortfall. As reported, Alana's mother, Mama June Shannon, admitted to stealing Alana's childhood earnings, leaving her with just $33,000. This amount falls short of her desired lifestyle, including off-campus living with her boyfriend, Dralin Carswell, and their steep $2,000 monthly rent. Reddit users are stirring debate over Alana's fundraising efforts, especially given the timing near the semester's end and her existing income from family crisis. One user expressed incredulity at her last-minute financial scramble, while another sarcastically remarked about her anticipated luxury spending on hair and nails post-donations. Critics on Reddit are calling out her actions as privileged, arguing that while she has substantial savings and earning potential, she opts to solicit public donations. They speculate that the funds might not be for tuition but rather for personal expenses, including her boyfriend's legal fees, highlighting a disconnect between her public appeals and her actual financial behavior. This controversy paints a picture of Alana exploiting her fame for financial gain while living a life of luxury, sparking outrage and skepticism among her audience. One person wrote, "That's hilarious because as soon as someone posted that video of her getting donations for school, someone immediately said that they bet she'd have her hair and nails done within the week." Another stated, "Wake up people, this whole family is liars and pos." Another stated, "She just doesn't want to use her money for tuition. She can afford to pay for her education, she just doesn't want to, especially when she can sucker others into paying for it." Someone else commented, "I'm so glad someone with thousands in the bank who isn't disabled and can get out and work for that money can grift it while there's many people who aren't so fortunate and have to work multiple jobs or just quit school altogether. She's privileged to the highest degree. This is why I have zero sympathy when people are saying poor Honey Boo Boo, she has to beg on TikTok." That's the story they've now put out, not that she has that account that she definitely can't settle online or over the phone. I'm calling it now, it's for draining and June's court fees. However, if you've ever wanted to own a piece of authentic Honey Boo Boo, or not to hot memorabilia, come on down to Mama June Shannon's online garage sale. The reality TV star and her boyfriend Gino Doke have been cleaning out the house featured on Mama June. From not to hot, hawking everything from baby items belonging to June's grandchild, to a massage chair to a giant stuffed banana dressed as Bob Marley. Sorry guys, but the reggae banana, which was featured on an episode of From Not to Hot, already sold for $10.